Welcome to my YouTube channel CSS Scenario. So in this video we are going to learn about the scenario of the margin in CSS. How can we implement the margin to the divs and to all the specific text in HTML, and how can we stylize the thing using the margin, and what are the advantages of the margin in CSS. So let's get started, and before starting a video I request you guys to please subscribe my YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any kind of update from my YouTube channel. So let's get started. So the first thing, as we are doing in the previous video, the folder, and it will be named as testing, and we have to open our Visual Studio Code, and testing is already located on the desktop, and in this folder we have to create the index file, index.html. so the file has been created. Now I'm going to implement all the header text and initial text of HTML, and now in the title I will replace it with margin in CSS. So the things have been done, and now I'm going to explore it in a file explorer, and now you can see the margin in CSS. It's our web page. So the next thing I'm going to do is that for understanding the concept of margin, we have to create some divs. So I want to create about 2 to 3 divs. So for the ease of access, I'm going to create a div, and in this div I'm going to place a heading that will be named as first, and I will create another div and I will give it a heading as second, and the other div, and I will give it the heading as h1 as third. So these are the things I have used, and now I am going to refresh the stuff. So the div has been created. So now I want to implement the margins on these divs. So for understanding the functionality of the margin, we have to implement and we have to revise our previous stuff that we have recently practiced, and that is border. We have to implement the border too on the divs, so we can understand that how the margins work and how it is being implemented on all the divs. So I'm going to create style, and in this I'm going to create margin. A class name is border dot border. Okay, and now in the border class, let me give you a quick trick, and it's a trick that in the previous video we have used, that we have assigned the color radius and the color radius and the style of the border in a separate line. We have given the functionalities to the specific things, and we have written all the things in the every next line. So what if I want to implement all the things in one line? So I can write it as border. Okay, so what should be the radius? Radius should be 3px. What should be the style? Style should be solid. What should be the color? The color should be black. Now I am going to implement these things on the class is equal to border. Class is equal to border, and class is equal to border. So I'm going to refresh things, so you will see that these are the divs, and now I am going to implement a margin. You just remember one thing, that margin always implement outside, and it affect the outside of its surrounding. If I implement the margin, the first one, the things, the stuff, the content that is being placed inside the div, it doesn't change, change its position. The div just gave the margin to the outside things. So what if I want to apply the margin on the first one only? So I will move toward the Visual Studio and I will create a class that will be named as margin. So I just want to give the margin of margin from the bottom. I just want to give the margin of bottom 10 px and margin from the top 10 px. And now first I want to implement this functionality into this class. So in the first divider, I will, after the border class, I will write margin, the second class. So you will see only on the first class the margin is implemented. So this is the scenario of margin. You can write the margin left, margin right. You can implement all the stuff regarding the margin. So that's all from today's video, and hope you guys like the video. And if you like the video, and do subscribe my YouTube channel, so I can bring a lot of CSS stuff for you guys. So we'll meet you in the next video.